Okay, so this is my screencast for the second Spreadsheets CA. Well, first things first, I'm going to explain what each person did in my team. There's an uneven number, so my group is the group of three, which is myself, James, Cor, and Victoria. First, I have reformatted the table for Core. I reformatted the table like so. So you can see I have the dates, Dublin, the date, the county, the the county, the price, and the description of the property, whether the house or apartment may be new or second hand, and it goes down right away to 2016. I took out all the addresses and whether or not the price included VAT because that had nothing to do with the question, and it made the table wasn't as readable with all the unnecessary information. Um, then once I reformatted the table, I sent it over to Core, who did a fair bit of work for step three. I provided a number of queries for Core, but he got the information, I suppose, onto Excel. So it was a joint effort. So I'll explain what Core did in the moment. So question step three, part one asks for the average price, the min, the max, where the standard as the standard deviation. So Core selected the county with the mean, max, and min and standard deviation from the date and exported the data from the command prompt into this file here that we're looking at. And as you can see, where the date is 2016 for 2016, and he just used the same query over and over again, but for this just with changing the year. So where 2015, 2014, and so on until 2010, going back to 2010. And this is the frequency in hundreds of thousands, so 0 to 100,000, 0 to 100,000 to 200,000, and so on, with the mode and the cumulative frequency for the median. And these are the formulas for the mode and the median that Core has applied. And yep, and he has done this for all of the years, so 15, 14, 13, etc., etc. And then that brings us on to question two, and standard deviation for house price in each province. So it's similar to question one, but only it's asking for a province. For that, myself and Core came up with a query. So we had to group the counties together in order to make the provinces, as there's no province category on this table. It's just the counties. The website itself didn't give provinces. So we grouped them all. So Munster, for example, where Clare, Cork, Kerry, Limerick, Tipperary, or Waterford, and then Connacht, Galway, Mayo, Sligo, Leitrim, and Roscommon. And again, we did this for 2010, so we did this for 2011, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Yes, and then there's the frequency of each as well, the mode, and the median. And again, this query we've used the same query from question one, province, but it said we added province and group by county, and then we just changed the date again to 2015 because this is 2015 and 2016, just similar in the first part of step three, question one. Then we went on to the third question, which asked us to rank each county by the mean house price in each year for 2016 from 2010 to 2016, and that was done by using this query here. So we selected the average price as the mean from the database CA2, where the date is equal to 2010, grouped by the counties, because that's what we wanted, and ordered by the average price from largest to smallest in descending order. And then this query for 2010 to 2011, again the same query, just changing it to suit the different years, so 13, 14, 15, 2016. And I don't. First is Dublin, and then Longford. And as you can see in nearly the rank is 1 to 26. Longford is always last and Dublin is always first, as you may have noticed in every single year. So we have Longford in 2012, 11, Dublin, which is apart from Leitrim, sorry, almost every from 2011 onwards, Longford is nearly the cheapest county to live in Ireland, by judging by the average house prices. Okay, so histograms of houses, house prices by province with appropriate bin size. The histograms are done on the same sheet as question 2, so that would be the bottom part of this uh, here. And there's a histogram of the house prices from this is in the hundreds of thousands, and the amount of houses. So you have Munster. You have Munster where you have 1,200 houses between 0 and 99,999. But with the likes of Munster here, you may notice that there's strong negative correlation where represented by this histogram. As the frequency goes up, the value goes down. So in 1,200 houses, there's 1,200 houses between up under 99,000, and then there's roughly 1,000 houses for between 100,000 and 199. 100, 100,000 and 199,999. Apologies about that. And 200,000 to 299,999, and 400. It's just the numbers get small. The prices get larger and larger as the housing amount, the frequency gets smaller and smaller, which represents a line of which represents strong negative correlation. And it's the same with Ulster again. The frequency for each there in 2016, then 2015. We have the same again. Again, Munster being the most negative correlation out of the 4 provinces, and Leinster being quite negative as well in 2015 correlation. And it's just the same for every. It's very similar. All the histograms in this tend to be quite similar, with Leinster and Munster both having relatively strong negative correlation for each year of the sales. Okay, so that brings us on to step 4, and step 4 I have done in this Word document. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Yeah. So step 4, because see, question 2 was asking, do the average house price is different? Well, first we selected the average by county according to the price from the table, grouped them by county. So, and then I ordered it from ordered it by the year ascending, and as you can see, the house price is different between counties. Dublin is the highest average price with roughly 344,064, and rural areas like Longford have the least expensive house price with just over 80,000. So the averages do vary, give or take 220,000 euros. As you can see up here that Longford seems to be the cheapest county to live in for 2010. And we move on to the next question that asks us. The next question that asks, have house prices increased from 2010 to 2016? Yes. Well, the house prices from 2010, the house prices from 2010 have increased from 2000. For example, Dublin is the most popular example. The average house price of over 300,000 to pushing towards 400,000. Now this is all the other years in between. So you have 10, 13, 14 and 16. 10 you have Dublin at 333,179 in 2010 and 397,323. So the average house price in just Dublin, for example, is up nearly 61,000 euros in price in the over a 6-year period. Yes, so that's just one example. I'm just on to question 4 now. Question 4, I want to buy, do new houses cost more than second-hand houses? Second-hand houses. So we use the query to gather to get the description of second-hand houses by the county from the sales table as a maximum price. And then we did the same again, the same query as well, the average for new dwelling houses and apartments, and we grouped those by the counties. So we have the average price for the average and max price for a second-hand dwelling and new. And on average, new houses will cost more, as you can see from the prices above second-hand houses, which is Cavan, which is priced at €10,402, and Cavan. The difference between Cavan and Cavan, the difference between a new house in Cavan and a second-hand house in Cavan is 10,400 and two, and the difference between a new house in Clare and a second-hand house in Clare is at €9,176. Leitrim is the smallest difference, with a second-hand house costing is only €731 cheaper than a new house in Leitrim, and you got that by taking away these two figures here. And as you can see there, Leitrim we have 89,559 for a second-hand, and you have the max, the new houses you have Leitrim, and it's 90,290. So that's step 4. Step 5. Step 5 deals with the mean house prices, and is there correlation between house prices in Dublin and Louth. We got the information from the graphs in step 3, and we've graphed. Victoria's did this part. I've done step 4. I should have said that I've done step 4, and I've helped Core with queries for step 3 and reformatted the table. Core done most of step 3, and Victoria has done 5 and 6. So Victoria has grouped the mean house prices in Dublin in this chart here, and grouped the mean house prices in Louth in this chart here. And she's got that there's some sort of medium correlation between Dublin and Louth, which shows us that house prices in Louth have a lag time of 1 year compared with prices in Dublin. This reasoning can be used to determine the price changes in the future for Louth. However, the converse is not possible. And then for step 6, so we summarise the data that Core has collected, that me and I've helped as well, but Core has done most of the work for step 3. That Core is collected from step 3. So Victoria did 5 and 6, I did 4, and parts of step 3 and reformatted the table. Core did most of step 3, and this is what we have done. So Victoria has said that each question they'll see the mean of most counties falling over 2010 and increasing up to 2015. In comparison, other counties like Tipperary, Wicklow, and Limerick have had lower mean numbers. So these are the comparisons of the means for Tipperary, Wicklow, and Limerick. And he goes to simple standard deviation throughout the years, and then you have the sample for 2016 and 2013. All the prices in 2013 are higher than they are for 2016. Leinster, where the county is situated, it is one of the lower frequency in the thousands, and these are the lower frequencies by provinces into the 2010 sample and 2014 sample. 2014 samples are all higher and 2010 samples.